Hey everybody, Matt again. I'm back with a update on my Dinoking upgrade kit for Fansproject Saurus. So V1 had some issues with parts fitting and materials. Now V2 is a lot more fitted correctly, for a better way of, for lack of a better term. And the obvious difference now is full color. So you can now get this kit in full color. The parts are more or less the same the way that they go together, but I'll do the best I can to show the differences in this video. But yeah, so V2, as of this video being uploaded, is available at all of the usual locations. But here is what the new kit looks like. So, like I said, now in full color, you still have your 3 weapon upgrade parts for converting the gift set version into usable weapons for all of the bots. Now we have the new leg parts all colored up, and we have the 2 upper arm parts, the leg extensions for Raryu and for the thighs of the combiner, and the new big torso block. So yeah, so in this video I'm going to show how all of that goes together, and actually I'm going to go into the individual bots and show you how they look with all their new parts as well. So up next, let's see how they look as a team. And there we are with the whole team together. I am probably going to mispronounce their names, but I think I remember them. It's Garyu, Yokuryu, I believe. Doryu and Goryu are the easy ones. Kakuryu and Raryu. Raryu I always remember because he's the one that I've had to upgrade a lot. So here I have the new weapons. Here we have with Garyu. I have him with the whole printed weapon. And then with Doryu over here, I have him with the new attachment part for that weapon. And then with Raryu here, I have him with the big bazooka weapon with the new attachment. So here I'll set some of them aside so you can see the size difference now with the new upgrade parts. So here's a good idea. There he is with Goryu. Looks a little bit better in size, matches up a little bit better. And here he is with Yokuryu, or Yokuryu, however you say it. And with his fellow torso bot, Kakuryu. So yeah, I think they look a little bit better like this. So the installation for Raryu is more or less the same with the thigh pieces here, but there seemed to be a little bit of confusion with some people in the last video. So I'll go ahead and show you here. So with the leg parts here, this screw and this screw come undone, and this is a separate section here. So these 2 screws come undone, and then there's a spring in here. There's a spring with a gear. So you're going to remove this panel here, and this spring is going to come loose. Make sure not to lose that. And then this section here for his thigh, that's going to be a separate section. You remove this screw, and then you'll have access to this mushroom peg. That's what it would normally be attached to. So this upgrade part, the new printed piece here, you're replacing essentially that mushroom peg with this. So you put that back inside here, screw that back in, and then this whole section you put back in here with this spring and this gear part, or not gear, ratchet part. I don't know why I called it a gear. And then you put this panel back on and put those 2 screws in. That's it. That's the only thing that you have to do with them. And then this part, or this whole thing, can either be glued onto here permanently, or you can just slide it right on in, like that. So that's it. That's all that you have to do for him, and that'll give him his height extensions. But one somebody else pointed out, I forget where, that this looks different from theirs, and yes, I did modify this, and I 100% recommend that you do if you're okay with modifying your figures, because normally it would be kind of like stuck out like this, which just looks stupid to me. So what I did was, you can unscrew this, and then there is a little panel here that you just kind of cut out. Normally this white part would extend all the way down to here and ratchet off of this, keeping it from moving any farther than that. So I just went and cut that out, so now it can collapse a little bit farther onto his back. So let's go ahead and go through his new transformation. So we're going to, much like before, just put in his head, bring this up, go ahead and twist his arms out, rotate these around. This is the same as it was before. Alright, so now down here, so to get it to how it looked like in my pictures with this new transformation, just kind of get this out of the way. Go ahead and undo these, move these on that slider, move these up into the other position and rotate them forwards, so they should look like this. Same thing, up like this. Go ahead and close up his ankle spurs, and then turn his feet, or lift them up on this hinge, and then turn them around. So lift them up, turn them around. And then these foot parts come down, and then this section here put forwards like this. Forwards like this. Should be even with this part. And then, just like you're going to combiner mode, go ahead and collapse them on that hinge until they pop into place, like that. And then you're going to take this, angle them up, like that. And we're going to bring that part down and just kind of set them in between the legs, and bring this down, and then this panel here should just sit right in here, like that. Should look like this. So same thing on this side. And the reason you want these to be facing forwards like this is if they're facing all the way down, then you won't have clearance for this. So now just collapse them, and they don't really tab in anymore. They just kind of sit real nicely here. And then just kind of angle these, his feet forwards on these hinges, like that. And then there we go. That's how I have him now. So, still looks like a goofy, snouted thing, but you know, it is what it is. But that's the new transformation. And here he is next to his other animal monster things that that his teammates turn into. So yeah, I think it looks good-ish with the group, best as it can, I suppose. So with the arms, previously you had to modify these parts in order to get them to fit into the V1 version that I made. No longer the case anymore. However, if you do plan on taking these in and out frequently, like to transform them frequently, just know that those tabs are going to keep you from putting it back together when you screw it together, which is why I initially recommended to just remove the tabs anyways, because they're going to restrict you from putting this back in here. So if you want to turn them back into robot mode, you're going to have to unscrew this again and then put it back inside. Which I'd rather just modify the figure. But now you no longer have to do that, so the install process is basically the same. You unscrew these, take this part out, and you can leave those tabs on for how the new part is designed. And someone else pointed out that these wings are on backwards for mine. Yes, that is intentional, because I like that they sit a little bit better against the shoulder now like this. And it looks kind of better in robot mode, in my opinion, anyways. But to do that, you just unscrew these two screws here, slide these out, and then just swap them around, and then screw them back in. But the new parts now in full color, with some nice part separation here. Also different material. I'm printing these in a little bit hardier of a material now, so they hold up a lot better, a little bit lighter weight too. So they work the exact same way. The gap here on that part is for this, so go ahead and just slot that in. And now this area here is much larger to accommodate these tabs. So the U-shaped piece here goes on the inside. And obviously mine doesn't have the tabs on it because I shaved them off, but you can put them in there now. So clip it right together. And there we go. Same thing with Gary U here. Let's see, the gap. Lift up the monster head, shove it in there, U-shaped part facing in, right like that. So there's the new arm parts. So yeah, that's all that's different with them. Okay, now for the legs. So there was a little bit of confusion again in my last video on V1 where I didn't actually show how to get these from the default configuration like this into the upgrade version that I have. So what you're going to do is lift this up, and we're actually going to just take that out, take the combiner foot out, untab these from here, and then we're going to untab this, the 2 feet parts here, untab those, bring them out to the side for now. Now the only difference is this sliding mechanism here, or this hinge mechanism here. You're going to bring them out as if you're turning them into robot mode, and then the secondary hinge here, which you would use for his beast mode, you're going to use that to bend them back up. So all that you're doing is lifting the thighs up a little bit here. So they should look like this. And then you can close these up however you like to. I personally like to rotate them up because they hide a little bit better. You can clip that together. Oops. And of course put the combiner foot back in there. Alright, so now it should look like this, like that. And then now we have our 2 new upgrade parts, now in full color and parts separated and all that. Same deal with the forearms, or the upper arms, different material, a little bit higher quality plastic to work with now. And they go in the exact same way as V1. Slip them up into here, push them into place over the robot mode thighs, and then take these parts and push them up, bringing that head down, locking it into place like that. So same thing, putting it in here, locking it over the thighs, bring those parts up, bring that down. Here we go, the two new leg sections. Alright, and now for the waist parts, or the torso parts. Nothing different here with Kakuryu and Raryu. Still, I just like to have them transformed like this, with these angled up a little bit, and then the arms just kind of wrapped around here to fill in this waist section here. Again, if you modified this like I did, it does make it collapse a lot better onto his back rather than just hanging off. So the new part, new V2 piece, looks like this. Now more solid, still lightweight but solid. Has obviously color separation and much better plastic, just like all the other parts. So this works in the same way. Some of the frictioning together parts have been fixed on this version, so it should just slot right in place. So I would actually put it here on Raryu first. Just ends up being a little bit easier. So just the two pegs go in the two holes, and that section slots right back here. So go ahead and just press it together, making sure that there's enough space back here with these arms to actually peg together. There we go. Getting all that situated how you want it. Looks like that. And then two pegs, two holes, that big open section, this big peg. So just peg this right together like that. And there we have the new torso section, all filled out real nice. So now we can bring in our two legs, and I'll angle this up. Go ahead and peg them back in, same as usual. Same as usual. There we go. And there we have it. He's so damn tall now. Alright, let me back this out. Look up. And now we have his arms with the upgrade parts. Put those on like so. And there we are. There he is with the V2 upgrade set. Same thing with all the weapon pieces. All the weapon pieces. So we can still, just like V1, with the 3 upgrade parts. My dog being loud in the background. And let's go ahead and combine them into the combiner gun. So this part, sorry, I just ripped it off here. That is one of the other pieces that makes this into the individual weapons. Go ahead and remove that. Same thing here. That's for the individual weapons. So we're gonna push that barrel in, push that barrel in, and then these parts here, bring those up on that one. And then this is the exact same configuration as you would normally, turning it into the giant axe, but obviously we're not doing the giant axe, we're doing the new gun. So now this handle actually comes out, and then this piece and this piece. I fixed this part, so this is a lot easier to get together, less prone to breakage, so you don't have to really worry about that handle. Still be careful when you take them apart, but it's a little bit less of a worry now. So just peg that together like that. This handle here slots right onto that, and then this hole goes right over this handle, and that handle sits in that little groove. And just peg it together like that. So that's how it should look. And then just push this into there. And there you go. There's his big combiner weapon with the new upgrade parts. And he will move this up. He will hold that just fine. Hold it just fine. If he doesn't want to, you know, fall over. But there we go. Holds the new weapon just fine. So let me straighten him out, and I'll show you some comparisons. Alright, so some size comparisons. So here we are with my MPG Raiden with his upgrade kit, which I just uploaded. You can see how they look together. And here he is with Legacy Menasor with the upgrade kit for the feet and thighs. So there's how they look together. Here is Combiner Wars Victorion with upgrade kit installed on that one as well. And here we have a few other third-party chugs. Just because I have them out, here is Defensor. He's kind of unstable. This is TFC's Defensor. I think they look really good together. That aesthetic. And here we have Unique Toys Orden. They're Abominus. Yeah, I like that size. Looks good. Just for shits and giggles, here we have Feral Rex. Let's see how they look. This is the official Feral Rex, not the Jimbo oversize. This is the regular size one. And just because I was asked before, this is a upgrade part for his waist unit that I got from a seller on Colts. So I think I had to modify it specifically for this. So I may or may not release a free remix of this at some point if you wanted him to look how his torso looks for mine. But that's how they look together. And just in case anybody was wondering how this stacks up with MP, here is the Magic Square Masterpiece Optimus. And here, for Legends collectors, is Magic Square Legends Optimus. So yeah, I think they actually look really good with Legends figures in particular. I like the chug combiners with legend scale stuff. I just like the way it looks. All right. So that is the new V2 upgrade set for Dinoking. Um, for those of you that already purchased the files for V1, don't worry, I'm not going to make you buy another set of files. I am going to upload the new parts into the old Colts link, so you should already have access to these by the time this video comes out. As for the physical kit is going to be available in two different ways. Is in solid color with the new materials, with the new modified parts. I'll also create a link for that. And then the new version, which is exactly as you see it here, with the color separated, fully colored, no paint required, all of these parts, including the weapon upgrades. That's going to be a new thing that I'll also have linked. So if you wanted to purchase this kit, you can find it at my eBay or my Etsy shop. As far as the files, they're available on my Colts. Please, give me a like, subscribe, like me on Facebook, Instagram, for any updates coming out with new projects. Again, I've been terrible at updating with the Transformers upgrades as opposed to my other projects, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at posting updates. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good one.